I didn't know who he was because I was adopted. I literally didn't know who my dad was. And I made a TikTok about fucking taking a DNA test with 23andMe, and I wanted to get 1,000 followers so that I could read my DNA results online. That's what my fucking 1,000 followers were for. And I ended up getting 1,000 followers before I even got my results because the mail lost my fucking DNA test. So, what I'm saying is, I didn't buy my fucking followers, first of all. You can literally click on my name. I have never fucking gifted. I'm a level fucking 0. I do not support the gifting bullshit on this fucking app. It is a ripoff. It is supporting and inciting fucking an addictive behavior. And the other thing is, huh?
You ready? You ready for mine, or are you?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I mean, and then we can just chat about this at the end because at the end of the day, there ain't going to be anything else they can fucking talk about because what I've said, I don't give a fuck if they don't believe me and they can coax their chat however they want. But I got what I got in my phone and ain't nobody going to come get it out of my phone except for me. But go ahead, Tammy.
Okay, so Ocean has been after me for a while. I don't know. I've never said anything about her. She came after us whenever we here and then buying a vehicle. When tax season comes, everybody's got that money to put down on a buy here, pay here car, right? So yeah, we all have a past, but I'm going to tell my past so that they can, and yeah. skeletons in the closet? Not really. I don't really have skeletons in the closet. I've always said my skeletons is right out in the public. I don't have shit in the closet. Every bit of my shit is right out in the public. I live in a small town, and this town loves to hate me. I mean, you talking about somebody loving to hate somebody? This town loves to hate me. So anyway, working at this car lot, this guy comes in, and he can't decide between a BMW and an SUV. And I can't remember exactly what kind of SUV it was. It'll probably come to me. But anyway, he couldn't decide. So he had a $5,000 tax return. He's like, I'll put $2,500 down on both of them and just buy both of them. And I'm like, all right, but you got to remember, you got to keep up with, the insurance and then the monthly payments. He's like, I think I can do that. Okay. So like, I don't know, 5 or 6 months into him, I love the shirt. 5 or 6 months into him purchasing both of these vehicles, he realizes it was more than he could, it's more than he can bite off. So he comes in to make a payment. And I said to him, he said to me, he said, I just don't think I'm going to be able to keep both vehicles. And I was like, well, what are you thinking about doing? What are you going to do? And he was like, well, I think I want to give up the BMW. I think I'd rather give up the BMW than the SUV. And I was like, well, instead of it going against you, I've got a son that's fixing to be 16, which was Gunner. And I was like, I would pay you what you pay down and take over your payments. Legal, right? That is 100% legal to do. It's just like if you buy a house and you decide you don't want to live in that house, you want to rent that house out, right? Okay. So this guy came in the next month to make his payment. He was like, I think I'm going to take you up on it. I had a notary sign it. I gave the man $2,500 down payment to take over the payments of the BMW, because it was going to be Gunner's 16th birthday present. It's going to be a BMW car. Okay. The owner of the car lot, and I won't tell too much about it because I do live in a small town. If it gets back to him that I've outed him. I knew way too much about that man, the owner of the car lot. And he was scared of what I knew. So he literally goes and files a police report that I stole the BMW, even though every payment had been made on that car. I'd made every payment on that car. I had it notarized. I gave the man the down payment. It wasn't illegal. What I did was not illegal. But in a small town like here, you're guilty until you prove yourself, okay, innocent. You are 100%. So they actually arrested me on those charges of stealing a BMW. And yep, it is in the paper. What's not in the paper is that they dropped those charges. They dropped the charges because I went to a lawyer. My lawyer was like, this is the most asinine thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, what the fuck? And he's the one that even gave me the analogy of, if you buy a house and you decide, I want to rent this house out, then the bank is not going to come and arrest you for someone else making the payments on your house because they're renting it out. Same thing. Anyway, that's the BMW thing. Okay, so then something recently happened. Let's see what this
is. We explain ourselves and they can't fucking say anything else. That's the thing. Who cares? We're not talking about people's past. We're talking about present. Okay? We're talking about present actions. Dozer.
Okay, so like I said, that was when Gunner was like, he was turning 16. And so, that was whenever. So then, as y'all have heard, I am divorced. And without saying too much too, my ex-husband remarried, and she was so fucking obsessed with me. Like, I mean, like crazy obsessed. Okay. So, I was an esthetician. I'm still a licensed esthetician. Anyway, I worked at two different. I was the head of the aesthetics part in two different places, and they had. She's a crazy ass bitch. Emerald said. Emerald said it. So at both places that I worked at, we did Botox and filler and everything, but we had a part where we helped addicts. Okay, and so my son Gunner is a recovering addict. I've never done a drug in my entire life, y'all. I've never even smoked pot. I've never done a drug in my life. But Gunner is a recovering addict. And it pissed me off because, like, he couldn't get away from the law. Here in this small town, if they get your name, you're fucked. With him and with me. I mean, like, you're fucked. I don't care what you do. You're going, they're going to take the other person's side for everything. Anyway, while I was working in those, when I was doing the aesthetics and everything, it really bothered me the way people would treat the addicts that came in, because a little part of us, we did Suboxone, which is a treatment for people that are recovering on opioids. Opioids can be, pain pills, it can be meth, it can be heroin, whatever. Even the people that worked in the two spas that I worked at, they even treated the addicts differently when they came in. And it really bothered me. And it bothered me that people treated my son differently when Gunner has the biggest heart of anybody in the world. And he would let me tell you what he did the other day. There was somebody stopped on the side of the road, and it was raining, and they had a flat tire, and he pulled over and he helped them because he knew that they couldn't. He knew that they couldn't do it by themselves. So he did it in the rain. That's the kind of boy he is. And yes, he is a recovering addict. And it bothered me that people treat addicts like that. So for them over there to say I've ever said anything about anybody's sobriety is bullshit, because I've never said anything about anybody's sobriety. So that's bullshit, because I commend anybody who is trying to overcome it. There's someone in everyone's family that is an addict. I don't care who you are. Anyway, so I decided to open up a clinic. I stopped my aesthetics and opened up a clinic. I opened up a clinic from nothing, y'all. I mean, from nothing. I had to go to Staples and buy like folders. I didn't even have a printer. I had to go to Staples and like print out the paperwork for people to fill out whenever they were coming to us. And me and this doctor that I was working with at these other places decided that we would open it up together. And so, like, literally we would have 2 patients come a week. And Gunner was a big help in it. He knew a lot of people that needed help. And so he would literally bring people there or have them follow us or follow him to us. And literally that it grew to a point that I was able to not only have one clinic, but I had 2 clinics, and they were booming. Like, they were like, I mean, we were helping so many people, and it was the stories, y'all. There was one guy that said that he had a pew sitting beside him when he called to make an appointment with us, because he was at the end of his rope. And when we answered and made that appointment for him, and then when he started coming in, and he said it just changed his life. Like his whole life was just turned around from him not having to go out and find the rugs on the streets. And so, yes, I got very, very successful very fast, and it pissed people off. And yes, I probably made a huge mistake when I went out and bought Emerald a new car. And yeah, I went out and bought me a Range Rover because that was my dream car, and it pissed people off. People do not like to see other people succeed. They hate it. And especially an ex-husband's wife. They hate it. They're so fucking jealous. And so they would literally stalk me. They would stalk the clinic. They would literally, like, so they ended up giving me a charge at my clinic. The small town sheriff's department came in, and the way we do our scripts is we don't do handwritten scripts. So we had a DEA come in and 2 sheriffs. So the DEA guy was from Montgomery. Like, he came in, he had to come in with these 2 officers. and they searched my office for hours. I don't know what the hell they thought they were going to find. Like, we didn't even have written scripts. We didn't have medication on the premises. We had nothing, like nothing. They were literally getting picture frames and looking behind, like opening picture frames and looking behind picture frames. They went out and searched my car. They searched my purse. They searched my whole office for hours. And I finally walked up to the DEA guy and I'm like, am I in trouble about something? And he's like, no, not with me, you're not. And the DEA guy is the DEA guy. And he's like, but them two cops back there, he said, I don't know what they're trying to do to you. And I'm like, fuck. You know, there was 5 people that worked there. There was me, the doctor, Braxton, my middle son worked there, Emerald worked there, and then a ex-friend of mine worked there. Who did that? They arrested me for distribution of a controlled substance. And you know what that was for? It was because I had sent in a script to a pharmacy that I have done 100 times because that's the way we do it. But and the DA guy even said that he would testify with me, like I don't know what they're trying to do to you. They literally charged me with distribution of a controlled substance. So that's why they're over there saying that I've done drugs. I've never done a drug in my life. The distribution came from me sending in a script to the pharmacy. And then they said, practicing medicine without a license, trying to act like I was acting like a doctor. I never acted like a fucking doctor. I mean, our doctor's name was literally everywhere in our office. It was a man doctor. So all that to say that's what they're talking about. Small town shit. And here's the thing is, I even told the officer when he took me to the police station, I'm like, I'm still going to be open tomorrow. Like, and he's like, yeah, you can be, but you're going to be charged with this. And we did not shut down not one day for that, not one day, but a small town wanted to give me charges. And so when they're talking about that I take rugs or whatever, no, I've never taken a rug in my life, but I'm not downing anybody that has, because there's a huge problem out there, when it comes to that. But all this shit that they want to say, look up Tammy, this sweet girl that isn't so sweet or whatever, I wanted to tell my story because, I mean, if you look back on one of my TikToks is me standing there like I am a news reporter, and I forget the song that went with it. I forget the song, but I'm sitting there and I'm like a news report, like it's something about what you want to do when you grow up or something like that. And I'm standing there, and then the next thing is I'm pointing at a mugshot of myself. So because when I first started getting on TikTok and a lot of people followed me, my own hometown girls, the girls that followed me around and harassed me and all this, was coming on TikTok and under my TikToks was saying, tell them about your arrest, Tammy, tell them about your arrest. My own small town people were doing that. So for me to shut them down, I thought, fuck, I'll just tell TikTok, look, there's a mugshot of me right there. There's a mugshot of me. So if any of you don't want to follow me because of any of that, that is so up to you. But them saying, that I stole a BMW, I didn't steal a car, that the charges was dropped. But I've had to deal with this my whole entire fucking life. I've had to deal with the haters in this small fucking town my whole life. And you ask me why I haven't moved, it's because I have my kids here, I have my business here, everything is here. My mom is here and my stepdad's here, and they're not going anywhere. And so I'm not going anywhere because I want to be near my family. And for those of you that can like move away from your the shit that you have to go through, man, I commend you, because I would give anything to move away and for no one to question me and to bring up. I walk around every day like ashamed of the shit that I've been charged with and everything. Don't think that I'm not. And me coming on here and them saying that shit to me, and I told Barbecue, I said, it puts me in a depression. It literally depresses me. Like it depresses me. And I told Barbecue when she, I actually figured Barbecue had already looked me up when we met in Hendersonville. So
what did I tell you?
I was on edge the whole time thinking, should I bring up my past to her or not? Should I? And in my mind, I was thinking, I know she already knows. I know she already knows because Phoenix had already messaged me telling me this is when we were all good. Phoenix had already messaged me and said, hey, Phoenix has a past. And she said, and I know about your past. And people are going to try to come after us because of our past. And so I assumed that Barbecue probably already knew about it because Phoenix already knew about it. And so I didn't even bring it up to her while we were on the trip. I don't even think I even did I bring it up the last day or not? Barbecue. I can't remember.
I think maybe, but
maybe I did. And you're
but
like,
what did I say to you?
You're like, I didn't look you up. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what your past is. I mean, that's literally what she said. Yeah. She said, I didn't look. Yeah, she's like, I didn't even look. I don't care what your past is.
You know why though? You know why I didn't look? Because I make my opinions of people based on my own interactions with them. And I felt in my heart that what you did with Riley Strain and everything, your intentions were pure. And I still believe that now, regardless of whatever they say. And it's not about them, but I will say that I forgot to add this, that I did say on the live, whenever we were listening to Chase bully me, taunt me, call me a PUSSY, all this other stuff, that I said her eyes looked fucked up, and they did.
Yeah.
Now, apparently, I guess she has 8 years sobriety from alcohol, which I was not attacking that at all. But all I said was that her pupils looked really big. The chat said other things. I'm not saying it's the blame of the chat, but I know what I said. I did not say shit about her. And I will also jump on the bandwagon of basically saying, like, I've lost good people in my life too, to ODs and unaliving and
so
everything
scary.
like that.
Yeah, so, it's a very scary thing to I mean, y'all just don't know. Like, I've been through it with Gunner. I really have. I've been through it with that boy, and that's why but that's my past.
We love you, Tam. They try to.
It's best for me to say. I think it's best for me to say it, and I hope they're screen recording it so that they can, if they need to know anything about it,
blast it all over the internet tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, please do, because I had rather me tell my story than you have something that you're holding over my head. I'd rather just tell it. So.
And I know a lot of people say, well, like, everyone has a past, and we know that not everyone does.
Yeah, not everybody does.
But there are good people that made stupid mistakes when they were younger. They've been around the wrong people, you know, maybe with good intentions of like, hey, maybe I can help fix this person, and kind of got drawn, like, all situations. Like, honestly, like, there's nothing. I don't give a fuck if they say I live in a fucking trailer. I don't give a fuck.
Who cares what you live in?
Come own my trailer. Good fucking luck.
Exactly.
Like, you're gonna sit here and down a single parent, a single mother. You're gonna talk about how you know, I'm on TikTok in front of my daughter. My daughter made her own assessment. My daughter is very strong individual, and you don't even know what the fuck she's been in. I never said so-and-so's kid's name.
Emerald said, I tried to buy a trailer 3 days ago, and she did. She went to try to get a loan on a trailer 3 days ago.
There's nothing wrong with a fucking trailer. Some of them are nicer than houses, and let me tell you, the utilities are fucking cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, my past, I'm still on probation. So my past, because my company that I started, we just celebrated our 5-year reunion. And so, you know, those charges, I ended up taking a plea to get the shit behind me, to be honest with you, because it was just exhausting. And yes, I hired some very expensive and good lawyers, but I'm on probation. So, like, you know, that's one reason when me and Barbecue went places, like, oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, I'm not going to do that. Or I'm not going to go on I'm not going on anybody's.
But I had no idea. Like, yeah. and it's nothing against Tammy, but like, I really don't give a fuck what Tammy did. when however long ago with whatever, I don't give a shit. I don't care what people have done in the chat. And I know people talk like, oh, I did this, or I'm this, or I struggle with this. Like, the point of the matter is, and this is what I encompass from all of this, is that our group does have factual information and they want to silence us because we're not floating on the fucking Seth Rogers boat. And I'm going to kind of classify it like that because
see, you're still gonna have people like Mama Owl in here, not to laugh, but poor Tammy. I'm not trying to get poor pitiful.
Just block her.
I did,
Block
but I'm not trying to get poor pitiful Tammy or anything. You know, I'm strong for what I've been through. I mean, for sure, I've been through some
yeah,
but you know, I've been. And that's why I don't judge people. Like, I am a person that if you haven't done something to me or mine, then I don't care. I will take you for what. And that's why when I was a teacher and I'd have people be like, oh, you got so-and-so in your room, you know, ooh, he's bad. No, that so-and-so was always the best for me because I treated him with the same respect that he treated me with. So, like, yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to get a poor, pitiful me. I'm just trying to say that. Are you not a mod, Emerald?
I did it. We're good.
I'm just telling my story because I had rather you hear it from me than go over there and hear a bunch of bullshit that they don't know what they're talking about. Me still in a BMW, you know. I mean, so it is what it is. But I'd rather me tell it, and I'll be honest with you. I am more relieved now to just go ahead and tell it than for me to keep on hearing Ocean keep on and on and on with, oh, y'all need to go Google sweet little Tammy that y'all think so sweet. Y'all need to go Google her, and then act like that I have an addiction problem. I don't have an addiction problem, but if I did, what if I did? I don't.
But who gives a fuck? They're over there sitting there saying that they support and want to be uplifting to people that are struggling with rugs or whatever they're struggling with, and then they're gonna sit there and bash Tammy.
Yeah, I mean, and
hypocrite.
And who? I mean, even if I did, I don't. I have a rug charge. I have a distribution charge. And I have never done a drug in my life. I mean, but this is small town fucking shit. But again, my clinic never shut down a day for that shit. So that goes to show you that it was just a bunch of bullshit and then I've had to jump through hoops, you know, in this little town of mine to make sure that, you know, that I do everything I'm supposed to do. That's what I say. But I almost feel better just going ahead and putting it out there, just like I did when I first got on TikTok and people were way before, you know, Raleigh Strain, when I was just doing like content, like going shopping and stuff, you know, and I would make a video and then I would have people in my own town, these women that would put all these comments under my videos, ask her about her arrest, ask her about her being arrested, you know. And so then that's when I was just like, fuck it. And that's when I put that video. If you go back, there's me in a bright pink blazer like thing saying, oh, I know it was, I want to be an astronaut or something like that. And then I showed my damn mugshot because I was like, fuck it. You know, I'd rather me just tell it and then they don't have anything to hold over my head. So I actually feel better just letting y'all know than it is what it is. Yeah, so I wanted to be a news reporter. I wanted to be a news reporter. So, and they were just like, Ocean was so mad. And I even in the comments was like, why are you so mad? Like, what are you so angry about? And I don't know what we've done over here that's been, I mean, and she was like just appalled that I didn't understand why she was so mad. And I'm like, this is the first time I've ever even spoke her name. Like, I never have even spoken the girl's name. And I know none of their real names. I don't care. I am one of those people that I am not going to Google you and look you up and know your real name and out you. I'm not that person at all. So, like, I don't even know Chasing Crime's real name. I don't even know Ocean's real name. I don't even know any of these people's real name because I don't care enough.
I don't give a fuck either.
I don't care enough to waste my time to look up some shit and have some dirt on somebody. That's not me. I've never been that person. I never will be that person. I'm one of those persons you can tell me something, and if it's something that I could probably hold over you, that goes out my brain, because I am the last person that's going to hold something over your head and like come back and do something to you. Like, I'm not that person at all.
I have the whole thing screen recorded. Everything. The whole fucking live I got screen recorded.
I just want to know if the BMW was nice. It was all right. He ended up wrecking it. He ended up wrecking it and totaling it because he was on a substance that he should have been on. Sure did. I'm telling you, that boy has put me through hell, but I love him with my entire heart. Just like Emerald and Braxton. Emerald Braxton, I'll tell you, Emerald and Braxton saw so much that we went through with Gunner that they are like, I won't say that they're perfect, but they are pretty damn near because of what they've seen Gunner go through. They have definitely made choices to not, I mean, like whenever COVID was going around, I wonder if Emerald's still on here. Whenever damn COVID was going around, the doctors were telling us to take, vitamin C, iron, forget, like it was a bunch of different vitamins that you needed to take to keep from getting the COVID. So every night I would come in here and I'd give Emerald her vitamins and I'd say, take these, so that it would, it'd build up your immune system. And then like, I don't know, like 2 weeks into it, I gave her vitamins and I'm like, zinc was one of them. That's it. Zinc, and vitamin D, and vitamin C. Yep. And I was like, I'm out of vitamin C, but take the rest of them. And she said, you want me to be honest, Mom? And I'm like, what? And she said, all those are in the garbage can. And I'm like, Emerald, it's vitamins. But her associating Gunner with not, taking things, she is always afraid that a medicine is going to make her feel funny. It's going to make her not be herself or whatever. So her and Bryson, neither one will take freaking.
I barely even take Advil.
Yeah, they won't either. Like, I mean, like Bryson.
People are like, go take some Advil and Tylenol. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know. It is what it is. I mean. Yeah, Emerald has Emerald has gotten better. She will take ibuprofen now. Braxton is still that boy. He's like a model citizen. If you can have a model citizen, Braxton, my middle son, is a model citizen. Like he really is. And him and Gunner are 19 months apart. But now I'm close, and then Barbecue can tell you, like when we were down in Hendersonville, like she would have to wait on me because I'd be on the phone call with one of my kids at all different times of the day and night, like we're But anyway, that was what the whole and Tony did threaten us. Tony's text was a threat to out anything that I had. Like, I mean, I felt like the threat was probably more on me than it was Barbecue because I have more of a past than Barbecue. So I felt like he was more threatening me. And and Tony came on and told his story that he's a felon. He's a felon for writing bad checks.
I didn't even know that, but I did a background check on him yesterday because I was like, I said, is he being wrongfully accused? Yeah, nobody wants to do that.
He came on and explained himself, and again, he had an explanation for it. It is what it is. Brent's the same way. Brent's got a past, and we all love Brent, I just think a past shouldn't define you, it just shouldn't. But, it is what it is. But there's my truth.
I do want to say too, I'm going to share the text messages that I had with the Seth Rogers account. Only because I feel like that video was put out directly to try to discredit me and Tammy basically. But I'm gonna preface this by saying that there's only two people that knows where we went and where we sat in this restaurant. Okay, so Seth picked the restaurant. I didn't arrange it. Tammy had his phone number. There was no intention to.
And you her saying that I have not tried to contact Seth since. Like we talked to him that day. You know, I didn't get any bad vibes from Seth. Besides, I mean, the to-go order was just, it was just uncalled for. And we can just laugh about that now. Ocean actually even said that she didn't think that was right for him to do a to-go order a while ago. But I mean, I've not tried to contact him since. And the reason is because I've had no reason to try to contact him. I contacted him because, like Barbecue said, I thought it would be a good idea to help him set up a place that people could come and a table that would have flyers on it, and you know, it would be very visible for people to come and help with the search and everything. And that was kind of what I wanted to help Seth with. And after we talked that day, you know, I had no reason, because they were stepping. I don't know that he's searched very much since then, because that's when they stopped meeting at the Rudder and all that thing.
Yeah, it was the day before we went.
Yeah.
What I guess, you know, there's a lot of like extra context and details, but basically, we met with him. There was a rumor that was floating around TikTok before we even went down there that it was our intention to record him. And when we sat down with him, Tammy had her work phone and her personal phone. She said, "Look, I just want to show you, I'm not recording you." Showed him my phone. I'm not recording you. I was talking to the barbecue guy because I'm a foodie, and I knew that kind of like Tammy was a better talker than me as far as like, and she is like, I'm not a good talker. I'm a better writer. I would rather write things down and have it flow than me trying to sit here and fumble over my words. I feel like Tammy is like, I don't know. She's just a lot more professional speaking as far as just staying on track. But so we sat down. I was talking to the guy that owned the place, and there were no customers in the entire place at all, not a single person. And when we sat down, we showed him our phones. He whipped out his wallet with his badge in there and was like, I don't want to quote it exactly, but he was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And he had showed us his badge from his jail badge, basically in my opinion, it was kind of intimidating, like, go ahead and try something. Yeah, you know, like, here's my badge, which whatever. Some people could take that one way, other people could take it another way. It is what it is. That's how I took it because I was there. So we're talking. I think he like went outside and then he came back in. We ordered drinks, iced teas, whatever, not like actual alcohol. We ordered some iced teas. I went up, I poured the drinks because it was like a self-serve kind of thing. And when we came back over, we ordered some food. He ordered his food, and then he said, I didn't even really pay attention. I was not paying attention.
He said it right then. I did.
But he did say something like, and I want to order this to go. And he ordered something else, which whatever. Our bill was like $160. Okay. We're not dragging on it. Whatever. It is what it is. But it was just the point. Like, if I'm going to say like, hey, Tammy, let's go out to dinner. Like, Tammy is going to eat a meal. She's not going to go order a fucking, you know, $30 fucking meal to go and be like, all right, barbecue lady, thanks. Have a good day. Like, yeah. I mean, that just sounds awkward as fuck. And I don't care what anybody says about my thoughts. So that was that deal. I never talked to him. I don't have his phone number. Tammy, I think, asked him one question after we got back, which I'm sure you could look at your phone and look at your text messages to verify that. But after that, we had zero fucking communications. I think you asked him about the chest plate. That's what it was.
Yeah, I did. After we got home, I asked him about that. I sure did.
And,
sure did.
You're right. She said, does Sebastian still wear his chest plate? And he said,
yep. You're right.
He said what? Something like he don't like it, or
he said that he made the choice to stop to stop wearing it. Sure did.
So there was zero fucking communication whatsoever with Seth Rogers after we left in that one text message. Now, the other day, many of you were live on our thing, and I don't have all the actual screenshot. I might have them. I haven't looked because there's so much shit in my phone right now. It's fucking crazy. But there was an account that came in the live, and the comment that they made implied by them saying my son, whatever they said. And I know some people were like, oh my gosh, is that CP in the live? And then it was like, oh, maybe it's Seth. So I wrote a message. This person responded. I wrote a message. This person responded. And then the chat said, you should probably vet the account to make sure that it was who they said they were. And I'm like, great idea. And then I said to myself, what is something that I could ask Seth that nobody would know? Like, what is something I could ask him? Because
that her and him would only know, and in this case, me. Like,
right. So I said to him, I said, I don't know if this is a real account. I don't know if you're Seth Rogers, blah, blah, blah. And I said, if it's you, tell us where we sat in the restaurant. And I'm going to show these texts right now because I got fucking screenshots and they wanted me, we don't, she don't have nothing. Dude, I don't need to share everything I fucking have because you know what happens with it. They're screen recording and listening and really
they know every syllable that comes out of our mouth all the way up until yesterday, like everything that was even said yesterday. But here's the thing is they lie. They like lie about what we said.
We need to delete that person too, by the way. You know, I take my own fucking screenshots. It is what it is. So, all right. So when I went into the conversation, this is the conversation. This is the account. This person has a Sebastian Rogers flyer. Initially, it was not this picture. I have a screenshot of all the people that they were following and who they're not following now. It's somewhere in here. But like, this is the screenshot of their picture. And so where are we at? Right here. So this was my conversation. This was Saturday. You have to wave to like, it automatically waves for you, your first message. But so I wanted to like message the person that was writing in our chat. And I said, who are you? You know who the F I am barbecue. And this was right after all the shit of him laughing about my fucking daughter's prom dress, which people think is irrelevant. But honestly, like, I don't think it's irrelevant. I think it just shows the fucking lack of disrespect that this person has. And that has nothing to do with his child being missing. It's just disrespectful to do in general. So don't misconstrue what I'm saying. So I said, Seth, ? And then I wrote, there's a little thing that I can't, are you texting me to apologize? Next one, oh, there you go. Are texting me to apologize. And I said, come on the live. Seems like you have a lot to say. Figured my apologies at the tip of your tongue. Because at this point, the things that they were texting in the chat were like, stop talking about my son, or I don't even know what the fuck they said, to be honest, because there's so much bullshit. So then he writes back, my focus is finding my son. Take your drama. Fuck off. Sebastian is my fucking son. Do you hear me? My fucking son. Mind you, that is exactly what he told Trevor when him and Tony Baloney and the fake Chris Proudfoot account were on Smiley's Live the other day. My son. I named him. He's my son. And I'm not mocking by saying that. I'm mocking his fucking voice. My fucking son. I don't need your TikTok bullshit drama. So then I said, well, then get off TikTok and go find him. Because at this point, you're not going to sit here and fucking bully me or accuse me of having fucking drama. Next message. My son needs to be found. You are not helping by creating your drama bullshit. I thought you wanted to help find my son. That's what we discussed when I met you. So either help me find my son or fuck off. And I said, what drama have I created? I go on to say, let me see if this shows it all. Okay. I go on to say, I think maybe if you took a step back and realized all Tammy and I have done with the help of locals, you might want to rethink that. But keep listening to Tony and all the other people who haven't got off their asses and even searched. We will be coming back to search again. Mind you, I drove 20 hours round trip, and people with much less distance are not doing a damn thing. Excuse me. Except talking shit. We have shared hundreds of flyers. We have gotten hundreds of people to share the flyer on social media, share it with their local news outlets and police departments. But you don't see that because you're only being fed bullshit. I don't understand how you can't see that. I am sorry Sebastian is missing. I truly am. I have barely slept for the last 7 weeks. I have cried over your son. I have unequivocally, without a doubt, given my all day in and day out to help spread his flyer. I'm sorry that you don't believe me, but I'm tired of being attacked, threatened, and bullied. Something you clearly said other searchers and people were experiencing. I really don't think you truly realize what the four of us have really done behind the scenes to help. And respectfully, I don't even know if this is a fake account. So I don't even know if this is even Seth Rogers. Next message. Hold on 1 second. Hold on before I read it. Please leave my room. I see it.
Happy Nana said, there you go, chaps. He does know her.
Can you please take Banjo out of here? Because he's only growling because you're in here. Hold on 1 second. Go give him one of those chew toys. Go get a treat. Tell him you have a treat for him. Go get a treat. Go get a treat. Go on. Go get a treat. All he's going to do is fucking around. Come on, go get a treat. You fucking bitch. Get it. You got to get a chew thingy. One of them chewies. That's what he wants. Just wait. Patience is a virtue. Listen, if you were blocked, I don't care anymore. I really don't give a shit. You get blocked, I don't care. You don't like it, I don't care. You know why?
Because when I was over there a while ago, in the live where they were bashing me, and people in the comments were also bashing me, so I blocked those people that was bashing me in barbecue as well.
And I'll tell you now, I will tell you this now. I was up at 5:30. I went to bed at 5:30 this morning, and I woke up at 8 o'clock, and I have been up since because I had to work today. You know, my living paycheck to paycheck fucking job.
Where did they come up with this stuff?
Like, she has my bank statements now? What the fuck? You don't pay my bills. You ain't fucking me, feeding me, financing me, so mind your business.
I mean, another just lie. Like, barbecue does anything but live paycheck to paycheck. I know that for a fact.
Okay. So, next message. Hold on. I got to find it in here because I was fucking scrolling around. Where are we at?
She does live paycheck to paycheck. There was lots of years I lived paycheck to paycheck. Just to say.
First of all, I'm a single mother. I have 3 dogs. My daughter is almost graduated from high school. She doesn't want for anything. Obviously, she could speak her mind because she spoke her mind about Seth Rogers and how he belittled her. So I don't think my daughter has a problem using her voice. If there was something wrong, she'd be able to say it. Next message. So I had read these messages, that one right there that he wrote, and this one, I read it on live because I was like, do you guys think this is Seth Rogers? So then he said, I messaged you in private. Stop sharing my messages and we can have a conversation after the ride tomorrow. This was the 18th. I'm in over my head with finding my son. I need you to understand that and stop the TikTok drama. My business is my business. I want my son found. I want him home with me. That's all that matters to me. And I said, if it's you, then where did we sit in the restaurant? Tammy, where do we sit?
When you walk into the place and you turn around to look at the tables and stuff, we sat on the far left, up against the wall where there was a window where actually we could see out and see Seth's truck from where we were sitting.
Okay. He wrote, on the left side when you walk in by the windows. And I said, okay, message me tomorrow and I'll give you my number. Now, there's another message. Is it here? No, that was the one with Tony. Whatever. That's a whole fucking message in itself too. Is it here? Yeah. So he got on live last night, or had this little staged fucking event where he was going to try to discredit what
Sam,
we are
he didn't
saying
know
over
who
here,
he was.
because they know that we know shit. They know that we know shit, and they don't like what we're saying because they can't fucking cover it up with something else. They got all this other fucking drama with all their YouTube friends and all their fucking drama. They made that drama. Literally, they made that drama themselves. Tony, I'm going to get on TikTok. He lied to Brent's face. Brent said, Tony, I have 2 questions for you. Are you getting paid? Tony said no. He said, what is your real intention? My intention is to create a bridge between law enforcement and Seth. And what has he done? He's been on fucking TikTok, finding his group of fucking people that are going to believe his fucking bullshit and run with it. So the video last night, I don't have it, but can you play it, Tammy? I think you have it, don't you?
What
Somewhere?
video?
The one where fucking, the one where Seth fucking, I'm just.
How did they send it to me? I can't remember. I think they emailed it to me, maybe.
I don't know. It's probably in a text message. Anyway, so during that video, like, I was pissed. I went in, I said, you're so full of shit for what you just did, trying to discredit me. You're a bold-faced liar. And what did he do? This is what he did. He thought that he was going to he thought he was going to block me. Okay. Oh, no, there's that lady. Look at all these receipts coming out. Shit. Let me find it. Is this it? Yeah. So this is what he did. He removed everybody as a follower. Okay. He was following 25 people.
Obviously alive because I don't have communication with her. No, never bought my son a burner phone.
Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to touch base on.
Straight, lady.
Okay, let's play that again in case people didn't hear the start of it.
All right.
Blue Knight, how are you this evening, sir?
I'm good. I'm just putting my face out there so everybody knows that we're not safe.
What, you think because you got an ex-cop on your fucking side that he's believing your bullshit?
I know that she did buy me lunch. Thank you for that. I don't have a TikTok. I don't speak with this individual. I don't know any of her associates. And anything that she's telling people is obviously a lie because I don't have communication with her. No.
Now, hold on.
Never bought my son a burner phone.
I never said he bought a burner phone, and I never said any of thing that I've said on this app came from Seth. I never said anything that came out of Seth's mouth except for this fucking text message. Tony said that Seth had a burner phone to Sebastian because he said that fucking Chris would take his phone from him for punishment, and he wanted Sebastian to have a way to call him. Tony said that. So let's get the facts straight. Does anybody have what TikTok is on that phone? You're back up.
This one?
Hold on. Does anybody, oh fuck. No, I could get on my barbecue account. No, wait, can I? Yeah. Does anybody have the TikTok where it's the replay of Tony saying that Seth bought Sebastian the burner phone? Because we did not say that. We never came out with that, ever. I gotta fucking plug my phone in because
look, guys, if you're blocked, then there was a reason you're blocked.
You know why you're blocked? Because you're friends with fucking people on the other side of the tracks.
We've got very good mods. We've got mods that I trust. My mod was up till
please. My mod was up till 6 o'clock in the morning. You want to see here? You guys want to look in my phone? Here, we're gonna look in the phone. this girl, she ain't on my fucking page. You see I blocked her? Who do you think that is? I can't see the top of this, but listen, all these people, all these fucking people, fake fucking people. Look, why are you following people? Lori Chappell, you got to watch who some of your followers are. No offense. Tennessee Realtor, I'll be blocking her. I don't fucking care. Like, why are you following all these people? This page right here. This page. All these fucking pages of people. These are fucking, like, this page right here is an actual person that a big creator fucking follows.
And usually you can tell because the big creator will follow their own account.
Yes. Like, I wish somebody would. That was a misblock. I apologize about that. But like, I'm not fucking stupid. I could show you hundreds and hundreds of text messages in my fucking phone where people are making fake accounts. They're in the live right now.
Right.
They're literally
Angel
they're in
I
the
said,
live.
wait, barbecue, that was me. You have that wrong.
Which one?
I don't know.
Hold on. No, Angel Eyes. I got a receipt for it.
But
and
look, Angel Eyes even has honey pots and a bee.
I know, but someone came in the other day with a honey pot. I will find out. I think it's just someone seen that you followed someone. Oh, here we go with the violations.
We got a violation for what? We haven't done anything.
Hold on, Angel. I'll look into it.
Yeah,
I will look into it. But I was
pretty ride or die if you've got a honey pot by your name. You know, like I'll ride or die with you.
No. People were coming in here making fake accounts and putting a honey pot, so we ignored them.
Oh, I guess that's pretty smart. But like a lot of these, I mean, we see them daily.
And I'm not talking shit. And where's that girl at? Don't feel bad, but I was on the phone at 3:00 in the morning with someone who was screen sharing their phone and was going down the list of who follows who. Okay.
I just want to say something real quick. Just so all the people that are in the chat crying that they're being blocked and stuff. Yes, today a lot of you will be blocked, and I don't want to hear it. And don't ask the other mods either, because there are so many of you in here right now, and y'all know who you are, that are on both sides talking shit over there and then acting all cool over here. And yes, they do have honey pots by their name. So don't just think that because they got a bee or a honey pot that they're over here. No, they know that they're starting to put the honey pots on it because they won't get checked.
Listen,
So,
I have to reset this live right now.
okay, goodbye.